All right, guys, you got your boy Just Stingren here today, and today we're back with some Chaos Zero Nightmare content for you guys here today. Today we're gonna make some teams for Chaos Zero Nightmare. Forgive me, I'm still getting over a little bit of the sickness, but hey, we're gonna make some teams. We're gonna talk about why they work with the newest limited character for Sereniel, and let's just get right into it. Let's talk about some good options for her and what you can run and make her cool. All right, guys, you got your boy here, and this is going to be the first team. This is the team that we use for just the low option, which is going to be with Mika and Selena. Now, Selena's a very good unit, despite her being kind of like a passion debuffer, which Sereniel is a instinct attacker. The one really good thing about Selena is that she offers us something that no other unit can provide, and that is the ability to reset the break gauge for tenacity stacking. This is very important for Sereniel because she has an ability to, when she breaks using her laser, she can recover them back, which is really good because that's a lot of extra damage you could just pile up immediately. So the cool thing here is, since Sereniel is such a good tenacity breaker because her lasers literally melt shields like nobody's business, even her own attack cards can really melt through shields. You can use, if you are able to get her epiphany, which is off of the tactical maneuver. If you can get this epiphany right here, then you're able to reset the tenacity. It's also 0 AP, which means as soon as you get it, it's kind of just set. So you get that, and then you're able to just combine off the two of them to allow Sereniel to just provide so many lasers for the turn. It is ridiculous how many lasers you can actually get running a build like this. I haven't settled on a build for her just yet, but I have ran it in some chaos runs when I was trying to get a good build for her, and I was able to pull it off, and man, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I have Mika here. Mika here is just mainly for healing. You can use someone else if you'd like, but also I have her geared to be a draw support with using things like gear bag. If you are using someone like Sereniel, it's very important that you want to funnel through your deck, because she kind of like when I talked about Yuki in the past team build video, is one of those characters that wants to get their cards going as quickly as possible. So having a ability to get to Sereniel's cards so that you can actually do what you need to do with her is very important. So running Mika with the drawback combination is actually a very good thing. She's also very good for AP recovery, so you can set up some of the more heavy hitting attacks with Sereniel. You can set up things like using Cobalt Light to get some extra damage and extra effects off tenacity, which is really nice. And you can also use Pell Shooting Star to be a little bit more effective, because of course you have the ability to have more AP to kind of go around. So that's kind of the general TLDR of what I recommend with this team. Is you use Serena to reset the tenacity gauge of the enemies, and you just use Sereniel to break again. You break with Sereniel, reset, break again, rinse, repeat, right? Which is a very great combination. And of course, you have Mika here for the protection. You have her here for the ability to help out with healing, and of course with AP and setting up bigger burst rounds. So that's gonna be it for the first team. Let's go to the next team. Alright, so this is going to be the next team that I recommend with Sereniel. So this is going to be the main team that I want to kind of get to use. This is going to be like kind of like a dual DPS team, using Cassius for his DPSing ability, and it's also his ability to kind of help support with deck shuffling and some of the other bonuses he provides off of his cards. But one of the things that really makes this synergy really good is because Sereniel has a effect on one of her cards with one of the epiphanies, which on Plasma Missile, if you take Plasma Missile 3, you have the ability to put up to 2 instant weaknesses on that target, which is actually good because this can help either make her attacks hit a little bit harder, and of course make his attacks hit a little bit more harder. If you want to go more of a deck focused option, then the main option I would recommend you just go Nia. But the best option, I would say, if it was like 5 stars, then I would say go Veronica. Veronica's really good. So that's gonna be why I really recommend that. I just kind of want to run like a dual DPSy type team. I'm going to be running Ray. Ray is a really good buffer for one cost attack units, and you can actually spec Ray with her card to actually give her the ability to buff the zero cost lasers using one of her epiphanies. So if you can get this epiphany right here, which is Resonate Darkness 4, you can see right here it's 40% damage amount of cards with one cost or less. Now you could go for a build with Sereniel where you actually change this card from a zero cost to a one cost to give yourself extra afterglow and create two homing laser L's in the discard, which of course is going to be good because once you ravis an enemy, those cards are going to come back to you, and that's going to be really nice. But with our homing laser, we can actually use this to be buffed with Ray to actually give us a little bit extra damage, but you don't get the extra damage on the other lasers because they're zero cost. So I think for the general purpose of kind of amplifying everything at once for Sereniel, I would just recommend going Resonate Darkness 4. You can also set up Ray to be a little bit of a draw heal unit as well with certain cards from Chaos. You can also give her gear bag too to help her draw a little bit better. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for this team too. Just kind of a simple breakdown. The whole point of this team is, one, you're kind of more so relying on enabling both of these units to kind of do a little bit of damage. That's really what you're just offering. But if you go Nia instead, you don't necessarily have to take the instinct weakness path because Nia is not really going to be the one unit you can use for damage with. You technically, if you wanted to play a more safer approach, could go Kalipe too. Kalipe is also not a bad sub DPS for teams like this as well. She also helps with tenacity shred. So if you're not able to break with Sereniel, which you're gonna be able to break with Sereniel because her tenacity damage is off the roof. But if you're not able to break consistently with Kalipe, or if you're not able to break consistently with Sereniel, you can use Kalipe because Kalipe has cards in her deck that actually deals tenacity damage, which is this card right here. As you can see, this deals tenacity damage. You can also even get it to be improved to do more tenacity, or you can set up two vulnerabilities. I think this is better because you do lose out on quote unquote the purpose of the tenacity kind of synergy between the two of them, but you're setting up vulnerabilities to then allow your lasers to hit harder. So that's kind of a thing I would personally recommend. But if you want to go in a little bit more, you could just take double tenacity for her, and that's still good. So yeah, there's a few things that you can do there that can really help. So that's really just what it's about. But if you want to go more of a safe sub DPS route, go Kalipe. I think that's a fine option because that way you don't have to be so strained up with Ray on healing, so that way you could be a little bit more free on certain turns. You can focus on buffing with Ray and then just allowing Sereniel, and then you're just smooth, you know what I mean? So because Kalipe has a lot of really good shield capability and a lot of good ways to actually strengthen shields, especially with certain effects and abilities that go on in Chaos runs. So but yeah, but that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys do enjoy. See you guys next time. Peace.